NICOLAS Jackson. Oh my god. Anyone that missed this game will not understand how it's 4-1 and we have a Nicholas Jackson hat trick. Hat trick. Woo. Woo. I feel so. I feel like I've learned a big lesson today because I was hoping we wouldn't even start Jackson. Jackson started and finished the game. By the way, this was a game with a lot of drama, a lot of stops, a lot of VAR checks. I think the most VAR checks I've ever seen in a football match. Every little thing was being checked. There was even a possible violent contact moment from Reece James where he was just trying to leap for the ball and they were checking his arm. But what a game! We inflict the first L on Tottenham. We just have a tendency of hurting Spurs, you know? We just have this tendency. And even when we doubt that we'll get a result against Spurs, we somehow cook. So Ange has tasted defeat for the first time in the league. Woo! Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no. If we are to just jump straight into the boxes, first box, let's give it to the man himself, Poch. He returns to his former club after 4 years, delivers the L accordingly. What a managerial performance from him. I think tactically we did the best we could. We did the most actually. First 20 minutes, Spurs had our number. They had our number the whole time. I think they controlled the game for the first 20, bossed the game, putting us under pressure with high tempo football. But we do have a young team, so the energy was there from the first minute, trying to lunge in, trying to get the ball back so we can build from the back. And I think it was smart from the beginning from Poch to say that Nicholas Jackson eventually will have to, he'll divide the line through his splitting runs. He'll try and get beyond the final man over and over and over again. And I think that energy, it works against a Spurs team that plays such a high line. That high line was, even with 9 men, Spurs were keeping that high line. It's almost like Ange Ball is a philosophy that they won't go away from. They don't know anything else. They are not willing to be defensive. They just wanted to come at us and try and win the game, even with 9 men. But we exploited it. Raheem Sterling kept making those darting runs. But today I won't be giving Raheem Sterling a box because Raheem Sterling, I think his decision making could be a bit better. It's almost like Sterling has forgotten that it doesn't, it's not a case of dribbling one man and then it's over. You can dribble a man and still be marked by another player. So you need awareness of your surroundings. And Sterling, he's looking down a bit too much, not looking around him. So I don't know if what's going on. It's not a lack of confidence. That's certain. Sterling's not lacking confidence. It's just, I don't know, decision making. Him, Nicholas Jackson himself, Mikhailo Mudryk comes on, makes very awkward decisions. Yeah, I think Mikhailo Mudryk deserved what Nicholas Jackson did to him for that hat trick, just seeing him the whole time. And I'm not gonna pass to you, my guy. I'd rather just round the keeper here and get my hat trick. Yeah, because Mudryk, I can see why he was benched. And we tend to forget that he's a young player who needs to be polished. Yeah, so I think that was a good call from Pochettino. I think the lineup was actually perfect. Perfect lineup. Besides Levi Kobo making that hasty decision in the first minute where he gives Kulusevski all that space. He's just tracking back, arms behind the back, yes, but just tracking backwards, and you're giving the player space to shoot, which he does. It deflects off you, Levi Colwell, and they lead in the 6th minute. But it ended 4-1. First box, yes, Poch. Second box, Cold Palmer. Cole Palmer doing his thing in midfield. Of course, Palmer wasn't as effective as he would have wished to be, but he gets the penalty, puts it on the spot, scores the penalty. Vicario almost saves it, but he puts us back in the game. And from there, I think we built. He was unable to make those looping passes that he made against Brentford, but it's because I think Spurs are a lot more pressing as a team, and the way they press was actually impressive. That Romero foul, I don't want to sound biased as a Chelsea fan, but I think it is a red card because it looks like violent conduct. I mean, when studs are up, yes, winning the ball, desperate situation, clear it out of the 18. But I mean, Enzo could have been badly injured in that situation, to be honest. So I think it's justified that Michael Oliver gave the red card in that situation. Destiny Udogi's red card was just a lack of experience entirely, I believe. So it's unfortunate it had to be 9 versus 11. But when it's 9 versus 11, you have to exploit it. And in the 65th minute, I thought we might not even score. I was quite frustrated, which I'm not right now, of course. Third box, Special shout out to Moises Caicedo. He scores a goal, but it's disallowed. But overall game, Caicedo is the perfect defensive midfielder for Chelsea Football Club in the future ahead. Moises, perfect day, perfect game. Playing next to Enzo, playing next to Gallagher, I think he's understanding his midfield teammates a lot more. So that's convincing for our midfield. It means we can control games. It means even against the big guys, the big six, we can actually do something, which means a lot for Chelsea fans right now because we're having a dismal season, even with this great result. Final box, special box. I feel weird because I said we shouldn't even start this man and he gets a hat trick. This man got a hat trick at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. By the way, I think Man City have never scored at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Nicholas Jackson has 3 goals in one appearance. Yeah, but let's not do that. Brilliant performance from Jackson. Of course, just making a similar run. Every goal was almost the same. It was on the break. Yeah, both of these first 2 goals I think came after Spurs were down to 9. So it's a bit sketchy. There were moments as Chelsea fans where I feel like we were all frustrated because, come on, these guys have 9 men. Why aren't we just opening up the defense? We actually kept it very one dimensional. Get it to Sterling on the wing. Sterling will cut it back and Jackson will have a tap in, which is how we scored. But it's a concern. I mean, if that's what Poch said we should do, fair enough. But we need to have more dimensions of opening up the opposition. But great game for Chelsea fans. Great game for Chelsea Football Club. Great game for the Premier League. Let's not pretend we have not done Arsenal a favor. We've done Man City a favor. Possibly Liverpool a favor. Newcastle, we've done you a favor. Because Chelsea are just nice guys. Let's get it, yo.